the Monday blues. Oof, is that a real thing? Like, is that legit? Is it just something people say, oh, I have the Monday blues? I actually did some research on it yesterday, and I made a post about Monday blues and really what the Monday blues are all about. So I will give you a quick synopsis, and then we'll have a little conversation about this. So good morning. It is Barbie Lee. It is Shake Talk time. Chocolate mint. I remembered to put my mint in this morning. And I will always put a link below. Starting now, there will always be a link below to purchase the shakes, because I just realized I'm not making it easy for y'all to just buy the shakes. So there'll always be a link below after the Shake Talk. So the Monday blues, are they real? Quick answer is yes. Yes, they are. Why? Because people have created a life of Monday to Friday and then quote unquote living for the weekend, TGIF. So some of the stats around Monday blues, the majority of people who quit on a Monday. So if people are in a job that they don't like, they quit on a Monday because they're like, after the weekend, they're like, I hate this job, and they quit. Okay, that's thing number one. The most amount of heart attacks, strokes, heart episodes, stuff like that, happen within a 2-hour window prior to their time zone going to work. So if someone is prone to have a heart attack, then it's going to happen 2 hours before work on a Monday, because work stresses the fuck out of them, right? And now I can't remember the other one, but there was another one too. Oh, and I read about cars. Never buy a car on a Monday. Try and buy one that was made on a Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, or not a Friday. So I don't know if that's still the same with all the automation that we have today, but maybe it is. But Monday blues, like it's a real thing. So I remember, it's been a long time, but I vividly remember Monday mornings when I was teaching. I had to be so on Mondays because my students came in dragging their butts. No one ever said, yay, it's another week. Well, actually, I remember I had 2 students anyways, but they were different kind of students. Remember, I was a special needs teacher. So they would be dragging their butts. And these are kids. This is the best time of their lives. And they're like, oh, Miss H, oh, it's Monday. Can we just watch a movie? You know, and then they'd say the same thing on Friday. Hey, Miss H, it's almost the weekend. Can we watch a movie? So it proves Mondays and Fridays are very unproductive days. Oh, this is the one. In a typical Monday, employees only do 3.5 hours of work based on other days of the week because they're tired. They're catching up. That's a huge one. Catching up on emails and everything that they missed or didn't do last week. And then their cortisol levels rise, and their stress levels rise, and their anxiety levels rise. And even if you absolutely love your job, if you, after the weekend of doing, whatever the TGIF, and thank God for the weekend, things that you do, you will notice there is a change. Now, there are some people that don't want to be home for the weekend and they don't like their lives, and work is an escape, so it's different. But the average person, and this is I read this, the average person doesn't like their job. Now, I'm not average. I've never been average. I'm pretty sure those of you on here, and a lot of retirees will be watching this, and they may say, oh no, I loved my job. Yeah, 10 years ago. But did you really? Anyways, who knows? Maybe. Anyhow, so these Monday blues, it's a physiological and psychological expression of where someone's life is. So when I was doing the research and everything, Monday blues is attributed to work life. So then I got to thinking about, like, I've been in Isagenix nearly 20 years. On Saturday, I will have my 20th anniversary with Isagenix. And I think about how many times somebody said to me, oh, Barbie, I got my box maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, right? We do a what's in the box, and they get their box. I'm going to start on Monday. I am pretty sure 9 times out of 10, rough estimate, let's say 8 times out of 10, we'll go with Pareto's principle. 8 times out of 10, people said, I will start on Monday. Oh, I have a new exercise. I will start on Monday. Like, Monday has so much freaking pressure on it. Like, it really does. We created that pressure on the Monday. Us humans that work 5 days, rest for 2, Monday has a lot of pressure to do well, right? Going to school, the kids are off on the weekends. Starting a new, oh, I have to sneeze. Oh, that's a good sneeze. Oh, I felt that one all the way down. So starting a new exercise regime, starting a new health plan. So much pressure is put on Mondays. So little sidebar, Isagenix pays us on Mondays. So typically around this time, I get my email that says, you've been paid. And because they know that, they know because we're a health and wellness company, they know that there's a lot of stress Monday mornings. So that's when we get paid, is on Monday mornings. It's not Friday at the end of the week. It's Monday to encourage and inspire us to go out and have another great week of helping people. Like, that's the mindset shift, right? Now, is it okay for you to start a new health thing, a new health regime or fitness regime on a Monday? Absolutely. You can even wait till next month. Do you have to wait? No. But you do that unconsciously because we put so much pressure on a Monday. So in Isagenix, one of the, we do cleansing and detoxing, right, as part of Isagenix. And kind of internationally within, well, the English-speaking part of Isagenix, we changed cleanse day to Wednesday to cleanse day, because that's, we're cleansing once a week, blah, blah. When people are doing their 30-day systems and stuff like that, I don't cleanse once a week anymore. I do a little bit of cleanse every morning. Anywho, I digress. But even, Wednesday, well, why not Saturday or Sunday? Well, Saturday or Sunday's the weekend. We know that psychologically that is, your rest time. That's your go out for dinner with your friends time. We're not going to ask you to cleanse on a Wednesday. You know what a Wednesday is? It's hump day. We got to get over this hump and we slide into the weekend. Well, what better way to get over a hump than with a detoxification, a cleanse day? Like, it's the psychological piece of how we view time is so, it's so fascinating. And that's what I'm saying. So I did some research. So I went into even some of the psychology of TGIF. And again, that comes from people doing things, kind of being forced from Monday to Friday to do the things that are in alignment with their soul. And that's the thing that makes me go, you're getting up every day, doing something that isn't in alignment with who you are and who you want to be. Why? Because you have to pay your bills? Because someone says that's what you're supposed to do? Now I get it. You're going to say, what else am I going to do? Well, there's a million things you can do. Not going to talk about them right now, but there's a million things you can do. If you have a phone, I started following this guy on Facebook that says, if you have the phone and internet, I can guarantee that you can make $30,000 a month using AI. Don't believe me? Watch me. And 3 days a week, he gives like a 90-minute Zoom webinar how to create something. And he literally goes through the steps. Hey, use this program. This is how I created this. This is what I'm doing with it. Somebody the other day was telling me that he walked a lady through making an app that she can now sell. Like, he's just doing it because he loves doing it. And he doesn't charge a thing for it. Love when people love what they do so much, they don't charge for it. I tell people all the time, if you were with me in Isagenix, you're in my Isagenix family, I don't charge you for my coaching because Isagenix, you're already paying Isagenix for the products. I want you to have the best experience, so I'm going to coach you for free. And people go, you coach people for free? Yes, because I love doing that. And you know what? I know when you get a great experience in Isagenix, you're going to stick around. And not only are you going to stick around, your friends are going to go, Brenda, what are you doing? And you're like, I don't know, talk to Barbie Lee. And that's how I get to keep doing what I love doing, which is helping people be better, living from a better body and a better bank account. So here it is, Monday. It's Monday. And we have this whole week in view. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then we get Monday again. It just keeps happening. My students used to say to me all the time, Miss Hemmings, it's Friday. Can we just watch movies? Can we have a free time day? And I'd be like, absolutely. And I'll just knock 20% off of your guys' grades. And then you can have anything you want this week. What? I said, well, Friday is 20% of your school week. So if you want to take 20% off your grades, of course somebody goes, okay, I'll do it. you know those students. I was one of those students. I go, you don't have to work. You want to take 20%? Have it. I don't care. Anyway, so I'd say, yeah, it's 20% of our work week. And they'd be like, okay. And when they look at it that way, and Monday is 1/7 of your work week. And if let's say you live, so there's 52 weeks in a year, okay? So I'm going to go by 50s and then I'll add them up later because that's how I do mental math. So let's say you live to, I'm going to do 100 because that's nice and easy. So 52 weeks by 100 years, that's 5,200 plus another 50, right? So 5,250 weeks of Mondays that you get if you live to 100. 5,200, that's it. And think about it. The first 10 almost don't count, So really now you're down to, take off another 520 of those. So think about it. You're maybe getting 4,500 good Mondays in your life. And if you keep looking at them like, ugh, Monday blues, you're dumping a huge part of your existence. But if you're celebrating not just Mondays, but Tuesdays and Wednesdays and Thursdays and Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, and you're living every day like it is the best day of your life, imagine that. Imagine how juicy and delicious life can be. If you started living a life you don't need a vacation from. If you started living a life you don't need a reset from. If you started fully living until you die. That's what quality of life assurance is all about. It's kind of about shakes, but it's not really. It's about you living until you die. I'm going to leave you with this. I know you all have seen it because you're on Facebook and Instagram. There's a little cartoon, and actually I'll go find it and I'll post it just in case you never saw it, of Charlie Brown and Snoopy. Yeah, pretty sure it's Charlie Brown and Snoopy. And Charlie Brown says, you only live once. And Snoopy says, no, you only die once. You live every day. Share your quality of life with me. You'll be glad you did. Cheers.